Hello, James Sentman here with another little demo of XTension. XTension being home automation software for the Macintosh. Um, Today I'm going to talk a little bit about how easy it is to connect a parallax RFID sensor to your XTension install. This device comes from Parallax, but there are a lot of different systems out there very similar. And it is a short-range RFID receiver. You can get little tags and little cards that go with it. Needs just 4 wires, really only needs 3 wires. Power, 5 volts, ground, and a data output to the computer. The serial output from this is a little different than what you normally would get for a computer connected devices. It's TTL level serial, so it's low voltage serial. So you can't just use a regular RS-232 USB adapter for this. There's 2 choices for that. You can use what I'm going to use in this demo, which is a USB to TTL level serial adapter, or you can use a WIZnet Ethernet to TTL serial card. It's the same card that has the regular DB9 serial output on it, but you just solder to some pads on the board, and I can show that another time. So let's hook this up. We've got, just to keep from having to solder here, I've got a little breadboard. We'll plug this in. We'll plug in the cable. This has a FTDI chip built into the head of the cable here, so it is a serial adapter, but it has just pins out on here. This is actually made for programming your Diavolino chips. So I'm going to tap the 5 volt output on here, which is the red cable, and plug that to VCC. And I'm going to tap the ground on this output, which is the black cable, and connect that to ground. I get a green light on the Parallax. The other thing the Parallax has is for battery-operated applications. It has another pin that you can use to turn it on and off to reduce the power usage of it. So there's this enable pin that you have to attach to ground. So I'm going to just connect that also to ground, and the light will turn red. Now there's just the data cable left, which is the yellow wire. And that's the data out from the reader to the receive pin on the serial port. Now we're going to go ahead and launch XTension. The first thing we need to do is to create an interface for this device. We've got preferences, got a bunch of test interfaces on here. Click New Device. We're going to call it just RFID. The device type of all our supported devices, find RFID. The port that it's on, I happen to know that this serial device is right here. Select that, tell it what kind it is. We also support a active RFID, and there's going to be more supported in the future, but this is the right one for this. And the presence timeout, something like this, you want to be rather short, so let's say 3 seconds. And save that. And there it is at the bottom of the list, and we'll go ahead and turn it on. And we have an RFID ready message. Let's go ahead and... Now if we bring a card within range of this device, we'll get a RFID sense. And that big number in the log is the address of that card, which will be unique for every card. And there's the no sense, because I took it away. So let's make a copy of that. Let's create a new list to hold our RFID units. We'll call it RFID units. And we'll create a new unit. We'll call this RFID card. Put the address that you copied into the address field. Got to select the interface that it's on, which is we called RFID. There's only one kind of device supported. It's an RFID device. And that's all there is to it. Save it. Now I have a unit, and whenever someone places that card near this device, that unit's going to turn on. Let's do the same thing for this little disk. Hold it up to the device, we get a reading. There's the address for the little disk. We'll make a copy of that. Switch back to our list, plus RFID disk. Put that address in the address field. The RFID is still there from last time. Save it. We're done. those units can now be used to turn on and off anything else via the scripting system in XTension. Let's say I had on the on script, when this is turned on, you try something like turn on front door strike for 10 seconds. If you had a front door strike unit, you could turn on garage door for 3 seconds. If you had a garage door unit, something like a universal module or a relay connected to the garage door remote control terminals, you could do that. You could turn off master alarm, or also use it to enable the master alarm by, instead of saying turn off, it's to toggle. And that would be how simple it would be to integrate a RFID system into your XTension